Welcome everyone to Thursday's Thoughtful Nooner. Today we are going to talk all about judgment. But before we get into judgment, I want you to imagine with me for just a second. Imagine the very beginning of the universe, billions of years ago. However it started, the universe starts billions of years ago. All these stars form, all these planets form. Billions of years later, this little marble finally forms, and on this marble there's all sorts of new life that grows. It starts out with these little tiny microbes and eventually goes up into bigger animals in the sea, and then dinosaurs, and then finally people. And so when you think about how long people have been around compared to the universe, it's almost so small that we can't even measure that amount of time. So what I'm saying is people have barely shown up in this universe in terms of time. And when we break that down even a little bit further, we talk about human existence being this very short period of time in the life of the universe. When we break it down to an individual, the amount of time that one of us gets to spend on this earth, if we're lucky, 100 years we get to spend on this world. If we look at how much time we get to try and figure things out in this world, to explore and to find out what this whole world is all about, we've pretty much had no time. We are exceptionally young beings in the grand scheme of things. And so why am I talking about all of this? Well, when we look at something like judgment, the reality is that whether we're 10 years old or we're 100 years old, we have not had enough time to really figure out what is going on in this world, what is going on in our life, what's going on all around us. We just don't have enough time to figure it out. But yet we're all so quick to judge, right? This person should know better. This person should know that. This person should have done that, or they should have done this. And so we're all so quick to judge, but when we dial it back a little bit and bring some perspective to it and realize that none of us know what we're doing. None of us. We have not had enough time here in this universe to try and figure it out. And so judgment really just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because the fact of the matter is, yes, they don't know. And other people, and let me just start off with this. I'm a master at judging. It's something I've really worked on, but so I definitely get it. And this is something that I participate in as well. I try not to, but I do. But the point is that if we as humans could spend more time working together to communicate with each other, to understand other people's points of view, because somebody else, has not had the same existence as you or me. Their life experiences are going to be completely different from ours, which means their level of understanding of the world is going to be completely different. And that doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, it just means that it's different. So the more that we can start communicating with one another and start trying to understand where other people are coming from, the more knowledge that we can gain. And as a human race, the more that we can move forward and become more knowledgeable, right? And so judgment is the exact opposite of that. Judgment is the antithesis to that. It's the I'm right, you're wrong, and there's no growth when we have judgment. So today, my challenge to you is, when you find yourself judging somebody for the next time, just imagine that person for a second. Just imagine them as like a little tiny baby. Because like I said before, in the grand scheme of things, that's what we all are. We are just blossoming, just starting our journey here. And when we imagine that other person as a human being who is just starting their journey and really doesn't know what they're doing, and that's the fact, just like we don't. For me, that allows me to kind of bring some perspective to why I'm judging this person, and it humanizes the person that I'm talking with. It allows me to open up my mind to other possibilities and other ideas. And so that's why my challenge is this week for the Thursday Thoughtful Nooner. See if we can maybe judge a little bit less and look for what we can learn from everybody that we interact with, because we can all learn something from every single person that we run into. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys want more content like this, please visit my website, first of all, dangomer.com, and go to the events page. I've got a whole series of classes that I'm going to be teaching all through August. They're all free. They're online. I'd love it if you could join it for those. You can register right there on that page. You can also check out my YouTube channel. I've got new content coming up on there all the time. But right now, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Thursday Thoughtful Nooner. Here's to your journey in our world. Make it a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.